Hi everyone, so today I want to show you this card, which is actually a card that I saw Susan Stampfield do at the weekend, and I really liked hers. Hers is a A2 size, and she has 4 pieces going across it rather than 5. So she's called hers, I think it was a quadruple Z-fold card, I think hers was called. Please go check her video out, I will link it in the description below. Yeah, and hers was also an A2 size. So I've gone for an A5 size, and I've increased the amount of, I'm going to call them slats, I've increased the amount of slats on it. It stands up nicely like that. So I'm calling it a 5x7 slatted Z-fold card, because obviously I can't call it a quadruple, because I've got more than 4 on there. So it's not a quadruple. So yeah, the papers that I've used is my new Buttercup Fields pack. Now this at the moment of recording is available as a digital kit over on my Ko-fi page. All the links are in the description below. So it's available as an A4 PDF download. But I have also sent it off to be published on Amazon. So hopefully by the time this goes live, it will be available on Amazon. Just check the description below the video and you'll see. So this is the 8.5 by 8.5. So you've got pages, a couple of pages of like ephemera and greetings, and then you go into these double-sided pages where you've got one colour on one side, one colour on the other, and then you've got patterns. So you've got 3 of each pattern and 12 designs in total. I only have got 2 colours. I've only got green and yellow. Normally I go for 3 colours, but because of the way this pack was designed, I just thought actually it's better with just the 2. So that's the 8.5, and then the A4 is exactly the same. The only difference is, now I've cut mine up so that I can just pull them out. But the only difference is that on this pattern here, this one, it's actually done so it's a landscape, which means then this one here. So obviously in the other one, because it's square, I've done it as portrait, but on this one it's landscape. But apart from that, it's all exactly the same. But yeah, so it's a really nice paper. So that's what I've used for this kit today. So let's get into it. Now, there are different ways you can do it. So I'm going to show you one way of doing it, and then I'll explain other ways. So I think the best way is probably to get an 8x12 piece of card, and then score it at 1.5 and at 3, going all the way down, and then cut it up along the 12-inch length. So you have one piece that is 7 by 8, and then you have 5 pieces that are 1 by 8. Okay, so if you do it this way, you end up just scoring it once and then cutting it. If you don't have a 12-inch length, then what you can do is get yourself one piece that is 7 by 8, and then along the 8-inch edge do those score lines at 1.5 and at 3, and then get yourself a piece that is 5 by 8 and do the score lines along the 8-inch length at 1.5 and 3, and then cut it into 5 1-inch strips. That's the best way of doing it. If you've got strips left over, then obviously just get yourself a 7 by 8 and then get yourself 5 pieces of 1 by 8 inches and then score them all individually. But that is quite long. But yes, that's what you're going to need for your base card. Once you've done that, you're going to go ahead, take your card, and you're just going to fold it into a Z. So you're going to fold the 3-inch line, so it's like a mountain, and then the 1.5 inch is going to go back on itself, like that. And then you're going to do the same with your strips. If you want to, you can fold it all before you cut it up, but the only thing with doing that is that then it's quite difficult to kind of cut it so it's straight. So we're going to go ahead now and just fold these to be Z folds as well. So you should end up with this, so 5 Z-fold strips, and then one piece, one big card. Now if you want to, you can just eye it when you stick these strips down, but I'm going to make some marks on my page. So on here, I'm going to just make a little mark down the edge at 1, at 1.5, 2.5, 3, 4, 4.5, 5.5, and 6. And I'm going to do the same along this front section here as well. So I'm going to keep my ruler the same way round, and we're going to do the same again. So marking at 1, 1.5, 2.5, 3, 4 inches, 4.5, 5.5, and 6. So now what we're going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and stick these strips down first, and then we can add our pattern pieces in. So I'm not going to completely add all, I'm just going to add some of them in, so you'll see. So on this little strip here, on this little piece here, I'm just going to add some glue. You could also use red tape. And then we're going to take this and we're going to turn it this way round, so you've got the big long piece here, and this is the fold, and then this fold is on the right hand side. And then we're going to take this and we're going to line it up on this side, and it's going to go right at the very top like that, and you want to make sure it lines up with this edge here, and it also lines up along the top, so you end up with that. Okay, so now we're going to do the same, and I'm going to do it at the bottom. If you want to, because you've got the marks, you could just go all the way down, but I still like to kind of do it so that I'm kind of doing it along with the sort of eyeing it up as well. So we're going to go ahead and take the next strip and turn it round again. All of these will face the same way, and we're just going to line it up again on here. Make sure it lines up along that bottom and along this edge. Just make sure it's all nice and straight like that. We're not sticking this side down yet, we're just doing this side. Next I'm going to do I think I'll probably do the middle one next. So take this, and again, and this time I'm going to use my little marks on this side as well as this side, because then I know I'm definitely going to be getting it straight. So that goes across like that, and then we want to stick the other two in. So at the moment it looks like an E. So I've put some more glue on, and again just going to line it up on this side and then line it up on this side like that. Yep, make sure it's all nice and straight with each other. Make sure these are all kind of lined up together, and then we're going to go ahead and take this one and put some glue on it, and again go ahead and stick it down exactly the same. So you should end up with this. So what you want to do now is just fold these out of the way. Now there are different decorating options with this, really, to be honest. In my live stream I actually put a whole pattern piece on here first before sticking these strips down. So that's one option. I'm going for a slightly more minimalistic look for this one. So let's fold all these pieces back, and then what we need is we are going to need one piece of mat that is 3 1/4 by 6 3/4, and that's going to go in there. And then you want 2 pieces of mat, which I've got here, which are 1 1/4 by 6 3/4, and 2 pieces of pattern that are 1 by 6 1/2. Now I chose to go for the same colour there and a slightly different colour on the front there. We're not going to stick this one down just yet. You can do, I'll show you the two options, but for now we're just going to stick these 2 pieces in. Okay, so you should end up with that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fold that in, and we're going to fold these over. So the choice is you either stick this strip here and then have these over the top like that, or, which is what I'm going to do, stick these down and then we're going to stick this strip over the top of there like that. So what we want to do then is we are going to take our glue, and again if you've got little pencil lines it kind of gives you a bit of an idea as to where you're gluing. So I'm just going to do one by one and just kind of come down here and just make sure for each one that they're nice and straight and lined up. The other thing as well, when you're sticking the other side down, just make sure that this bit here, these aren't popping off the edge. If they are, you can trim them, it's not the end of the world. If they're slightly short like mine is, again, because we're covering them up, it's not the end of the world, but just if you can make them so they don't, you know, have any gaps, then that's better. And then we're just going to go down the strips and just stick them all down one by one, making sure they're nice, they stay nice and flat. Particularly important if you're using wet glue like me, because when you let go and they spring, they might end up getting out of place. So just watch where they're going. Make sure they're all sticking down nice and flat. Okay, so you should end up with that. Now if you want to, you can go ahead and just add this pattern and matte piece straight on, but I think I'm going to actually add another white piece, a base piece, just to kind of hide these, and also because this is quite thin, I don't want it going up and down where all the ridges are. So I've got another piece of card here, this is optional, and this is measures 1.5 by 7, and I'm just going to put that's going to go on there like that to cover those strips, and this is going to go on the top. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on the top first and then stick the whole thing on. Okay, so you should end up with that. Now if you want to, you can go ahead and add another of these strips here if you want to do that, or if you want to, you can just put some little pieces on the end here. You really can do what you want. When I saw Sue Stampfield do hers, she had just put a piece here and some pieces here, and that was it, and this was all plain, this was all plain, and that looks quite nice white on white. So it's really up to you what you want to do. I'm tempted to put one of these over here, but I'm not sure. So what I'm going to do before I do that, before I make that decision, is I have got some little cutout bits. So I'm thinking I might put some of these down here, and then maybe that might fill in. Do you know what I mean? Like that might fill in the gap. So I'm not sure. And then I've also got a just for you, and I thought my just for you could possibly go up here, maybe. Maybe up there, and then I might do could do a little shimmy up the side. Actually, that might work. So I might just put some petals up the side, or I've actually got some of these but without the actual petals, so maybe put just a few little flowers on. So yeah, so what I'm going to do before I decide what I'm going to do with that is I'm just going to go ahead. I've got one matte piece that's 4 3/4 by 6 3/4 and a white piece that's 4.5 by 6.5. I'm going to stick that on there like that and then stamp a greeting on it. Okay, so I've gone ahead and stamped the white piece and stuck it onto the mat. Then what I'm going to do is just turn this over and just go ahead and stick that on the back there. Okay, so you should end up hopefully with that. So now we just need to decorate. So I found a just for you, which I quite like, and also these, which are from my pack. Excuse the sunshine, but I don't really want to block the sunshine out. Don't know how much longer we're going to have it for. So I'm going to go ahead now and just decorate this up. Okay, so there's your finished card. It's still wet at the moment, so I don't really want to touch it too much. Obviously you can do more, less, whatever you want. It stands up nicely. You've got room on the back to write. You can really go to town, decorate it up, or you can make it more plain. I quite like it plainer. I quite like the way Susan did hers. But you know, you can go to town. If you wanted to, you could change the colour of these. I think she'd actually embossed these, which looked really nice, embossed panels on them, which was really nice. You could do that as well. You could put patterns and mats on those if you want to as well. So you can really do what you want. But yeah, so I hope you enjoy this card. Don't forget to check out my Buttercup Field digital kit. It's available over on Ko-fi, and the paper pad hopefully will be available by the time this video goes up, but it should be available on Amazon quite soon. So yeah, go and check it out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.